forex rates gets changed. So which
Sure.
becomes somebody's having a loss and somebody's, having a benefit. Like it depends upon that what kind of a, whether it's a
Correct.
devaluation or, the
Correct.
the upper valuation which is happening for the currency. Okay.
Correct.
Yes, right. I heard this actually with reference to this China. Actually, they are having, they have developed this kind of thing. Not sure
Correct.
about India, frankly, but yeah, China. Now I remember that I
I'm
heard
telling you
about
that
it.
India is also doing it, and not only just India,
Okay,
and this was the project of the African countries. So you can understand.
okay, okay,
So, so it has been widely nowadays. They are using it in the
okay.
banks, right?
Uh-huh.
So that their information is there in a cloud, but people are not able to do anything on these transactions because they are have
Mm,
been done on the decentralization. They are already encrypted. They are already
mm,
secured, right?
mm,
Anonymous,
mm.
and then
It's a kind of
they
a
don't.
VPN kind of a service. You can,
Correct, correct.
compare it that way.
Because it is totally decentralized. And now I'm
Correct.
telling you that in coming years, I believe that the banking system and all these things are going to change in such a way that everything
Mm,
is going to get into the decentralization.
mm,
So, because it is a global impact, because of the Bitcoin, it
mm,
is getting higher.
mm,
A lot many of the giants are coming in between as
mm,
well
mm,
to
mm,
do the decentralization and then rupture their processes, because why the Bitcoin is there in the market, because of the anonymity,
mm.
because of the
Correct.
decentralization. Otherwise, if the banks also try to do the decentralization and everything, so in coming years, I don't know, like in the next coming like 20, 30, 40, 50 years, right? So
Mm,
everything get into the decentralization so that those who have the work, those who want to use the work, they will be only knowing that one, no one else,
mm,
right?
mm,
So it is nowadays going on as well, and people are,
mm,
organizations are creating it.
mm,
Okay, so we have already talked about it. Let's quickly have some of the understanding. So let's have some of the recheck on security concepts. Security
mm.
concepts comes on this one. So let me just quickly slide show that one if I'm able to do that. Yes. So you know that majorly cloud also take cares on the confidentiality, integrity, and availability, but a different ways, right? And how they are going to provide the valuable information, unauthorized access, right? Military
Mm.
secrets, and working with the incorrect data entered by the user in a database, right? And if we have the availability, you know that availability works on a load balancing, how we are doing the load balancing. So key security concepts: separation of a duty is important, job rotation is important, mandatory vacations, dual control, split on knowledge, privilege of list privileges, principle of list privileges, and need to know principles they are going to work on. What is the defense in depth?
Defense in depth is basically onion-based approach. It's like, one control, if it is failing, then there are next control. So it's all the controls are there. I mean, like in the layered level. So that,
Correct.
and finally, ending with the data encryption kind of a thing.
Correct. So defense and depth is like layer-wise structure, right? So in a cloud as well, we will also try to see in a later, you can say chapters, like how the defense and depth is also, because in security we have application, then host, internal networks, perimeter, physical. It works on the same way because these are the physical one. Cloud is also a physical one, but it is situated in some other
Mm,
places, right?
mm,
Due
mm,
diligences are also going to take care. It's an act of investigation. Due care describe the development and implementation of the policies, like how you're implementing, like updating software patches, implementing networking firewalls. Okay, a quick question comes to you.
mm,
You have already done a cloud service provider, you have chosen the service provider, suppose now, right? And now
mm.
you have implemented that one. So how you are going to do the software patches means that how you are going to do the
Mm.
software patches, plus how you will be going to create a relation between who will be responsible for it. Like they should be
Mm.
doing it by themselves, or you should be invoking them, or you should be implementing them, or you should be they will only give you the information, you will be doing it. Like, what do you think?
So if it's a managed service, yes, definitely the cloud provider that they have to do it. But if it's a PaaS service, for example, then or the infrastructure as a service, then we have to manage that platform, and then patches and everything that becomes the responsibility of a consumer or the customer, cloud customer.
Correct. Correct. No, correct. Fair enough. Because it is totally taken care by like whatever the platform. Either if you are taking a platform, so there are number of things you might have added. They don't know that
Mm,
whether you have added it or not. So accordingly, you have to manage it there as well. Other than that, which is very important, is the integrating. So CSP providers are not taking care of your integrations,
absolutely.
right? So whatever the integrations that you have used, the services you have used to do the integration, or the plugins that you have used for the integration, they are not taking care of that one. They are taking care of that your data and their processes to be maintained successfully, right? So for those things, you have to create, patching, change management, and how basically the things are there. Then we have a security controls, administrative, technical, physical. These are the same. I'm not giving you, right? You know that one, right?
Mm, yeah, yeah.
Correct, trend recovery. Then we have some cloud computing concepts. You know that cloud computing works
Mm,
on demand. We have hybrid models. We have public, private models are there
mm,
to
mm,
storage, application services, and all. So we have majorly work on a business growth, agility, like we can increase capital expenditures, business continuities, mobilities, collaborations, cost per usages are there. So that majorly the business nowadays they are majorly using it. Like I have seen like majorly like e-commerce, like which is not related to the government, and they are easily using it, right?
mm.
For the disasters like Netflix, like the
Yeah, right.
entertainment zone, they
Absolutely.
are they are using it like like this is made
So
for
it's
them
like,
only.
yeah, exactly. So it's the biggest customer, one of the biggest customer for AWS actually, Netflix.
So that is the reason we can do the scaling on vertical scaling and horizontal scaling. What is the difference between vertical scaling and horizontal scaling?
I guess the vertical scaling is basically when you are scaling based on the resource and the CPU usage within that same system itself. And the horizontally means that means suppose for example EKS, right, like Kubernetes. Then you have a multiple pods. Like if the load increases, you have multiple pods getting created.
Okay,
Again,
what does
depending
that
upon.
mean? What does that mean? If I have Amazon EC2 instance, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So if I have to do the resize on that one or like scale up, what
Yes.
kind of a scaling it is? Is it vertical
Yeah.
or horizontal?
So if you are increasing, like for example, resources, CPU memory, then it's a horizontal, basically. Sorry, it's a
Okay.
vertical. Oh, it's a vertical.
Yes.
Horizontal.
Yes.
Horizontal is when you are creating multiple EC2s, basically depending upon the load, or if
Multiple
the
machines.
multiple machines, basically. That's
Correct.
when it's
Vertical
horizontal.
means that if you are increasing the existing machine, whatever you increase, like RAM,
Correct.
CPU, storage,
Absolutely.
whatever. So that called as a vertical. Horizontal means
Correct.
that you are increasing the replica of it,
Correct.
right? So
Absolutely.
there are lot many of the pros and cons of that one. Like if I talk
Mm,
about the vertical, simple for monolithic apps, right?
mm,
But has physical limits because you cannot increase maximum limit, right? Usually
mm,
require the downtime as well in a vertical
mm,
scaling. But when you are
mm,
hot plugs and all things are on, then it is not, because you know that in a EC2 instances and all, there are hot plugs comes. Hot plug means that
mm.
when they are still running, still on top of
Plug
that
and
one, you
play.
are able to, yes,
Yes.
do the changes on that one, right? So that
Correct.
can be
Correct.
also managed. I have worked on lot many of the clouds. HCI clouds, have you heard about HCI? You were working on to HCI clouds. Have you worked on that
I have
there?
heard, but I haven't worked. I heard actually, but I haven't worked.
It is good actually. Hyper
Hmm.
converged infrastructure, HCI.
Okay.
So, and it is the part of this one VMware only, hyperconverged HCI.
Oh.
So it is a part of VMware and all only to storage
Mm-hmm.
virtualization, compute virtualization, storage. So HCI basically works on like suppose majorly they automatically checks that whether wherever they need it. Like suppose
Mm.
you vCenter you have used, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Right.
Yeah,
Vcenter
so
have
in a
used.
V Center as well, you can do the best practices like if one system is needing the RAM and you have the resource, but you have not, you know, given it, but you have some load balancer usages so that if the instances want to use it, they can use it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that can be also done in these things. HCI, there is Hewlett Packard, but you were working on HCL earlier, right?
Yeah, HCL I was working. Yes.
Okay, okay.